bathroom waterproofing #1. It's your ultimate one-part tanking solution. BW1, it's a paintable version of CT1. So first and foremost, we're going to start with the corners. So that tape can be quite awkward to do, especially with niches. You're doing the internal and the external. If the gap is over 3 mil, what we need to do is gap fill it. We just want to make sure it's 100% going to last the test of time. So what we're going to do first is we're going to get our BT1. So this is our bathroom version of CT1. Loads of anti-mold and anti-fungicide properties to it, and really good with Alab's law that's just come out for bathrooms, which is making sure it's anti-mold and anti-fungicide. Now, just like CT1, this is guaranteed to never, ever, ever shrink or crack. With that over 3 mil gap, we are now going to fill it to make sure we do it. So we're going to go in like so and put our bead in. All right. Now, realistically speaking, 10 minutes, this is going to skin over, and you should be then able to paint over. We're going to get our paintbrush, and this is how easy it is to do your corners. You're literally just going to go over the top. So, nice foam roller. Obviously, you're going to use a bigger roller than this. This is just for demonstration purposes, but we can do this on any substrate. So we don't necessarily have to use moisture-resistant plasterboard or tile backer board. If the tiles are big, you would use that, but you don't actually have to. So, with our foam roller, we say foam rollers only because this first coat, we are trying to get good coverage, all right? And then we're going to build it up with a second coat so you get the flexibility. What we're going to do is we're going to go horizontal first. So what you'll see here is the green actually acts to see where you've hit and missed. So you know you're going to get good coverage. Now, one of these tubs should do 5 squared meters times 2. And what we don't want to do is we don't want to do one big thick layer, because then we don't get the flexibility. So first coat's on. We are now going to leave that for 45 minutes to about an hour. It's really important that we keep an eye on it, because what we don't want to do is have 2 single layers, because then that compromises the system going forward. What we really want is a meshed layer, and that's going to build up. So you should be able to touch it. It'll be tacky, but no product will come off on your finger. If the product comes off on your finger, leave it for a bit longer, but don't leave it too long, because we don't want those 2 separate versions. So then after 45 minutes, we're going to come along, and then we're going to do another direction, horizontal. So we're hatching it together.